1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. It's my time to rise.
Thanks for tuning in to the hottest talk radio show around, providing an open discussion for some of the most important social issues and trending topics today. From personal growth or spirituality to sex and relationships, no subject is ever taboo. So prepare to be empowered, enlightened, and entertained during another episode of the award-winning Let's Face It with Will Strayhorn and Friends. Real people, real topics, real talk.
Gotta do it, and won't let nothing hold me down. Gotta do it, because I may not get another chance. I believe it.
What's up, what's up, what's up? This is Will Strayhorn. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Face It with Will Strayhorn and Friends, our summer series. I'm so excited to be back. It is June 7th, right?
Yes.
2017. Been away for about 5 weeks. I feel rested, rejuvenated, ready to get things started. In the studios with my girls, I think. Did I leave it off with you? I think, right? You were in the last show.
Yeah.
That's right. Caprice Elmore and my BFF, Miss Paula B.
What's up?
Hey, babe.
Hey, boo.
Hey. How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. How's your summer going so far?
It's going well.
You don't sound like it's going well.
Really, I've been under the weather this week, so.
What's wrong? You didn't bring it, did you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But everything's going well, just busy as ever.
Okay. What about you, Caprice?
It's going good. I'm just ready for this weather to get right. You know,
Yeah,
I almost had
because
to put my heat on
that's
last
what, today
night.
is like, what, 68?
64.
64?
And it's
But
gonna
you're
be
loving it.
64 tomorrow.
I'm loving it. This is the best weather ever.
like it, Paul?
Oh, absolutely. This is the best, because let me tell you, you can walk in this weather, you can wear, your makeup doesn't melt.
Oh, my gosh. So you're not
you-
a shorts person? You don't like shorts?
No. I don't like the summer. I'm a fall, winter type of chick because the clothes that you can wear in the fall and the winter are just smashing. The summertime, you're too hot. It's just too hot. You walk around looking like a wet noodle all the time.
I think the best temperature is like in the mid-70s for me.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I can do
like
that.
springish, but except for the allergies. I
Right.
think my favorite time of year is fall.
It's fall.
It's fall.
Yeah, fall.
I mean,
Nice days, kind of cool nights. you put
Yes.
on jackets, Good time.
you
for
walk down to
fashion.
the good time for fashion.
Yeah.
It's the best time for fashion. The sweaters, all of that. The hats, the scarves, all of that. You can walk down at the beach and it's just, watch the water. It's exciting.
But I'm also excited to be back with the award-winning host. It was exciting to watch you get that award. It was like, yes!
Man,
Oh
it
my
felt
God.
so surreal. I was happy. I really didn't think we were going to get it for whatever reason, but we won that. And then not only that, I graduated from the school.
Yes.
I just got my letter today that I was accepted into UMUC. So I'll be starting there for graduate school in September. So things are doing really, really well. Really
I'm
well.
so proud
We
of
have
you.
a good show tonight. We have R&B singer Mr. Derek Logan. He's going to be debuting his new single, Search No More. We have author Sonya Johnson. She has a compelling story about abuse, a lot of things that she's overcome in life. She's going to come and she's going to talk about it. Then in the studio, we have Tiffany. I call her Tiffany Emerged Boyle. She's the CEO of Emerged Magazine, but she's also now she's running for Commissioner of the Revenue for the City of Newport News. Ooh. So she is in the studio. She's going to talk to us all about this, how it came about, why is it so passionate for her. Thank you for coming in. Looking beautiful as usual.
Always. Her hair looks amazing. I
Yeah.
love that color. I told her, Tiff, I love that color.
Exactly. So, what are we going to talk about? Because we have to kick things off like we
Yes.
always do. A lot of things.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. What was the rapper's name who bought the car?
It was Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Okay,
Yes.
so this is my question. Okay, so he brought his sister. She graduated from high school. He bought a 2017 brand new Camry.
That's right.
She was elated. She was excited. She posted on social media. But everybody else, the Twitter trolls and the Facebook trolls, all of them ate it up because he's supposed to have all this money. He bought her just a brand new a brand new Camry.
Camry.
So I'm like, where do they expect him to buy this girl? So I want to ask you this question. So do you think because you have a lot that you're expected to give a lot? Do you think that she was entitled to get a Lamborghini or a Benz.
No, she was entitled to get what he gave her.
And she
That-
wasn't even entitled to get
Right,
that.
she
Yeah.
really wasn't, because it
Yeah.
was just a gift.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing of it is, the people that's talking about it, is their name on the note.
No.
Are they making any payments?
No.
So they need to sit down and have
They
some
on the
receipts.
bus, probably.
Right, they probably on about the struggle bus.
Yeah.
But the people that don't have money expect you to spend a lot of money when you have money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they comparing him to Floyd Mayweather. They said, well, Floyd Mayweather would have bought his sister or his daughter a Lamborghini or a Benz. But if you know anything about Kendrick Lamar, he doesn't waste his money.
Yeah.
He bought
He's
a
not even that bling
$500,000
type
house,
rapper.
and he still drives his car. So you have to know the history. But yeah, when you don't have it, you think you're supposed to buy it. But nah, that's not always the way it is.
Right, I mean,
You
that
can't
man
compare
works for,
yourself to him.
right, you can't compare yourself. That man spends his money the way he wants to spend his money. If everybody needs to stay out of his pocket.
So in your own life, do you have family members who feel like, they're entitled? Because,
No, I don't have money like that.
Paul,
So-
you look and you act like you got money like that.
I do. It's okay.
I know
Listen,
I feel entitled to your money.
I'm sure that you do. Well, I have champagne taste, but a beer pocketbook.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's what I got.
So how do you, what do you do? What do you do?
What do you mean? What do
I mean,
do?
I have friends who just feel like, when they're down and out, they can just constantly come. And I had to learn, it took a long time for me to learn how to just say no and not feel guilty about it.
Right. I mean, I'm a giver. I'm a natural giver anyway. So sometimes I have to control myself because if you tell me, well, I'm down on my luck or I need help with this, and that, I'm going to offer it to
Yeah,
you.
you are.
Even if it's my last, I'm definitely going to give it to you. Or, if I want to bless you, that's what I'm going to do. I don't have a lot, but what I have, I'm going to offer it to you. But I'm not going to, make sure that I've learned to make sure I have enough for myself. Because, see, I give you all I got, and then I'm sitting home and I'm trying to go out, and you got my money, and you out, and I'm seeing you on Facebook. I'm going to be a little twisted about that.
Especially when they owe you
Exactly.
money.
Right,
They're
especially when they
posting,
owe you money.
Turning up in D.C. and you home because you ain't got no money. Right?
You don't have no money.
It depends. To me, it depends on the situation. I don't work to pay your bills.
Right.
So if you able-bodied and, I remember one time I went on a cruise with somebody and they drank like a fish. But when they got home about, a week later, they text me to me, do you think you got anything to help with my rent? I'm like, you need to go back to Carnival and get your money back.
They owe
they-
you
That,
some
I'm
money.
not helping that, so it depends on the situation. Because when people think you got, then they think they entitled to ask.
Well, they probably shouldn't have went on that cruise.
Exactly. But many people do it. Many people go places off other people's money. You ain't entitled to nothing.
Absolutely not.
What you got? You got anything to talk about?
Well, you know that Bill Cosby's in the news again, and I've been Bill, yes, and I've been talking about
Dear
that,
Bill.
talking about that.
That's right.
So, well, I'm gonna be really nice because the young lady that.
Keisha.
Now, Keisha was there. I was really excited about
Rudy.
that. Rudy
Yeah.
Huxtable was there, to support him. He needs the support.
Where was
It-
Camille?
Camille is home, probably embarrassed. Poor Camille. I feel bad for Camille. I do feel bad for Camille. I do. But the young lady that is accusing him of giving her these 3 pills because she was feeling anxiety. He was giving her something to relax her. So first of all, if you trying to I'm not going to even take your pills to try to relax me. And if I know I'm going to be in a relaxed state of mind, I know I'm probably going to get a little sleepy.
Exactly.
And then why would you take somebody's pills like that in the first place? But the thing of it is that she called him, well, I guess it was 72 calls or 73 calls altogether that were made. And out of that number, she made 53 of them because she was actually after the incident happened. So, they're like, if he goes to jail, he's going to die in jail. But this has been going on for so long, and this has been such a long time ago. And I'm not saying that they can't be devastated because my girlfriend Sarah and I got into this huge heated thing. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that what took you so long to bring all of this out? And why would you want to do it now? The man is 79 years old. He's blind. He's paid his dues. Now everybody's just all devastated and distraught. Now you done lived your life, had kids, been married, done a whole lot of stuff after the fact. So I'm just very disillusioned about the whole entire thing.
Well, a lot lot of people like to jump on the bandwagon. One
That's
time,
what I was
everybody
thinking,
wants to try to, come out. If the situation happened, I'm sorry for the people that, it did happen to. If it did happen, 10, 20 years, I mean, unless you was under some deep therapy and it brought it back out that you didn't know, then, because you can't suppress certain things.
Absolutely.
So that's something different. But 73 people suppressing it,
Yeah.
it's just, I'm still understanding it. But as far as Keisha, that is her TV dad.
Yeah.
She didn't know him like that, and she's doing what we were supposed to do in America. You innocent to proven guilty.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what she's doing.
And
Did
that-
she catch flack for going?
Yeah, they were saying,
Yeah.
why is she going there, and she shouldn't be there because, she's a woman, she should be standing with women, but she's doing what they do. He's guilty until he's innocent until
innocent,
he's
right.
proven guilty.
Right.
Wait for the verdict.
And then all the people that Bill Cosby has helped in their careers and stuff, where are they? There's nobody there to really support him. And when I saw her come out, I was very happy about that. I was very happy.
You know what?
So,
That brings about a good thing that was going on. Monique, she's been in the heat.
oh,
as
yes.
well as Kathy Griffin. She was
Oh,
in,
yes.
So let's first talk about Monique. So she did a comedy show a couple of weeks ago, in which she didn't, number one, she didn't expect it to be recorded. So you have to be very careful what you say. So this is what happened. So Monique, she's not backing down. She came out and she spoke up against Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey a few weeks ago during her show. And she just said, basically, she capped it off by saying that if she was a male, they could.
Yep, she said that.
That's what she said, and she didn't go back on it. Now, I can see Tyler, I can see Lee Daniels, but she said that about Oprah. Jesus. So everybody's saying, she committed career suicide, but this is what happened. Her husband was saying that, she said that she's standing up for the truth. She said, everything I say comes from my heart. I'm unapologetic about that. Her husband, Sydney, they have a radio show together, and they went on, I watched it, it was like an hour and 20 minutes when she was talking about it. One time, she was just like, her and Oprah had unfinished business, number one, from back when Oprah had her brother, who was supposed to have molested Monique, on her show. But when the guy contacted Oprah to come on the show, Oprah called Monique to see if it was okay. And Monique told her no, because he's up to something, he's scamming, blah, 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 blah. She was like, Oprah, I appreciate you for calling me first. Anyway, the guy ends up on Oprah's show anyway. And not just that, the mom came on the show, the mom and the dad. So she felt like she was betrayed by Oprah. And then, what was the girl's name? Alfre Woodard.
Yeah.
She had a Hollywood party. That was the year, I believe, Lupita Nyong'o was up for an Oscar. She had an event at her house, and Oprah was there. So when Monique walks in, she's heard Oprah. She said they lock eyes, and it's like that look, like we got to talk. And she said Oprah was like evasive all night. And one time she saw Oprah sitting, she sat beside her, and she was like, "Sister, we need to talk." And she said Oprah dismissed her, and she tapped her on the knees. She was like, "Yeah, I know," basically. So that was they still haven't talked about that. And then she was saying that the husband said that the movie Precious, when they were saying that Monique was a diva and that she was deemed difficult to work with, that Oprah and Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry all were on the set, and they saw that it wasn't true, but nobody came to her defense, like you were saying, where all the people that Bill Cosby had helped, when they could have stood up, they were just saying that Oprah and them, nobody ever said anything. And basically is rendered her difficult to work with, and she hasn't been able to work. So that was what the whole thing was about. So I want to just know, and then Kathy Griffin, we know what she did. Her artistic statement from that, her taking this photo shoot and speaking out against the president, she has lost like theaters who announced they canceled her performance. Yeah. She's lost the gig with the CNN announced that the CNN New Year's Eve special she's lost. And then another show canceled at New Mexico's casino that was about to open, and then she lost an endorsement deal. So she was on TV crying.
Yeah, she was having a James Brown breakdown
to ruin her. So I want to know, are you really vocal? Because I know you're a very outspoken person, especially at restaurants.
Oh my God!
You're very outspoken.
I am.
Are you do you do this passionately regardless, or do you consider the consequences before you just?
Well, I watched CNN, and I was watching Larry King. And Larry King said that when you're a comedian, there's really no limit. Nobody's off limits. And they really should not have fired her, because he said if it was me, I wouldn't have fired her. But the thing of it is that when they when they made that dummy thing, that lynch thing with Obama,
Oh, yeah.
you know, nobody had issue with it. You know, she may have taken the joke too far.
too far,
You
yeah.
know, she may have, but again, everybody's fair game because Donald Trump would say anything he want about anybody at any time, tweet it and
Tweet it.
everything else.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Right, 2:00 in the morning. You know, so now all of a sudden your feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about Muslims and everybody else, everybody's fair game. So you're fair game because you're up to a lot of shenanigans. So I do feel sorry for her. But here again, what I always say, where is the forgiveness? Americans are the most unforgiving people I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And you do one thing, that's it. You know, that's it. I mean, they'll try to crucify you and ruin your whole entire life because they think that they can. You know, but at the end of the day, I think that once the dust settles, I think that she'll be okay. But she did get up there and she did apologize, you know, and the only thing I didn't like was she said that, you know, she admitted that, well, you broke me. He broke me and she shouldn't have done, I feel as though she shouldn't have said that. You know, you apologize for it because now he wanted to throw his son in there. You know, my son is devastated. Well, was your son devastated when you? Okay, I'm not gonna say.
I need my beat button.
I think there's a difference between having a joke
Yeah.
and giving a visual. I don't think the visual. I think the joke would have went off fine. You know,
Right.
if I was the kill whatever his name. But to show that visual, I think she went too far with the visual. She shouldn't have did that. The photo shoot shouldn't have been in. She shouldn't have did that part.
They actually did when she held it. That was like impromptu. That wasn't planned.
Right, it was impromptu. They didn't. Right, they didn't even
But they
know.
had to make that face in some type of way, so it was going to be done somewhere. It just
Yeah.
wasn't meant to get out. So what they did do a photo shoot, because the guy who actually took the photo saying that he's not going to go back on his photo shoot because the vision was what he wanted.
Right.
So, and as for Monique, I believe you've taken your platform too far. You know, you can have a joke, and you can say what you want to say as a comedian, but don't air your dirty laundry out like that.
Yeah.
I think she is committing what?
Career
suicide.
Yeah.
She is doing that because now you didn't just leave it there in the comedy place. You took it now to video. You and your husband's all over radio.
Yeah.
It's like you taking too far. You took a bitter situation. Now you've blown out of proportion.
Well, she was already on the struggle bus anyway because she was on the blacklist. Remember, she was on the blacklist for a minute. You know, yeah.
But I mean, it's like it reminded me of Aunt Viv.
Oh, yeah.
Just business.
Yeah.
You know, okay, you did it. You are talented enough where you can produce your own stuff.
Right.
You know, I mean, so it's just crazy.
You know, D.L. Hughley was saying that he, what's her name, Kathy? Yeah, Kathy Griffin. That she did her thing. He was happy that she did because, you know, Donald Trump was going around filling up all these women. You know, you got a president that's going around doing whatever he wants to.
Exactly.
So the thing of it is that, you know, it's been quiet, you know, for the last couple of days. I haven't heard too much about it, but, you know, what happened to freedom of speech?
Sometimes freedom of speech ain't that free.
Right, exactly. It's cost you. It's going to cost you something.
What is it going to cost you that you're willing to pay? It's going to be up to you.
Right, but see, now all your Hollywood friends that you went and treated them drinks, having them over to your house, sleeping over, buying Cristal and all that stuff. Now, turned up. Right, Anderson Cooper, yeah. And they was tight. He was tight. You cut her off at the leg, so you know that that's not your friend. You know what I mean? You know who your friends are when you end up in trouble, when you need them the most.
But does that mean he's not her friend?
Yeah, he threw her to the bus.
He's probably her friend behind the scenes, but he has to distance himself for business-wise.
Yeah.
But see,
because I think he said
to do that.
So he has no courage.
Be losing those things.
No, he
but
shouldn't.
He didn't endorse.
And
that's okay. There's a lot of things that, you know, Will may do something that I don't agree with. But the thing of it is that I'm not going to separate myself from him because I'm not going to even separate myself from him business-wise because I'm confident enough in my own self and my own brand. That doesn't have anything to do with me. Don't associate me with because of what Will did. I'm going to support you or I'm going to let you know I don't agree with you, but that shouldn't have anything to do with my career. You're not strong enough within your own self. You gonna run.
One
You know, they're
Twitter,
cowards.
one
That's
tweet
it.
will do you are confident that you can stand on your own, but when you got endorsements that's behind you, because you can sit with the wrong person at the wrong time, and every endorsement is going to leave you. So
Because of association.
Because of association. And it's sad that you're guilty by association, but this whole world is built off of perception of what they think you doing. And that's the sad part. Like even with this next article, with the gentleman with Antonio Cromite, who was wife having his 14th child. Now, who business is that?
Gosh.
If he ain't using social service, I really don't care.
Right, but it's nobody. That's the whole
But
thing.
why
Everybody.
is it a big deal? He's
Right.
having a 14th child. That's his house, his business. He paying for it. So why is everybody upset? His 14th child with his wife.
Putting it down. What?
And that's
But when, what's her name? What's it? 21 and counting.
Yeah. Oh,
She get
yeah.
her own show.
Right.
see what I mean.
But him.
And that only lasted a minute
deal.
anyway. That's just crazy.
And then come to find out what happened on the show. Y'all blasting them on the show, and the oldest son was molesting the the sisters.
See, shenanigans. So let's talk about what happened to LeBron James. You know about the derogatory things that were spray painted in his house. That is terrible.
Do you think racism is just more visible because of social media, or do you think it's actually increasing?
I think it's increasing because I think people think now they have a right to do it. So I think it's increasing.
And let me, when I read the article, and when he was talking about, racism, and he was glad that his kids were safe, and, that, it shouldn't be that way. But when I really looked at, and I'm going to say it, but
Get the mute button.
when I really think about it, and if you really sit back and listen and look at all the things that's happening, the ignorant people, and not the African Americans, because we're not going around spray painting in people's houses, slandering derogatory things. We're not going around calling white people crackers and going on TV doing all of that stuff and marching and, flags and throwing lynch, walking around with people with nooses on their neck. We're not doing any of that. So really, who is the people that look ignorant? If you really sit back and think about it, who is the ignorant one? Who is it? Because it's not, we're doing our own thing to our own people. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? But
our race as well.
But overall, who is the ignorant people?
That brings me back to during the inauguration when they had the few people who were outside, they were like bombing cars and stuff, they had the black on. And Elizabeth Warren, she said, make sure that you pay attention to the color of the arms, because you could see their arms. And they were actually Caucasian.
Yeah.
Right,
so perception was they wanted them to think that
it was us.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I'm saying, if you really sit back and think about it, who is keeping this going? So who is the ignorant person?
Yeah. When I heard the LeBron James, and then I started reading, I said to myself, okay, well, it don't have no money has no color.
Exactly.
We still the same, whether we were millionaires or not.
Right.
We still viewed the same. So people think they can make all this much money, get out the ghetto, and they be looked at different. Nah, baby, you look the same way. Because when somebody gets tired of you, you're gonna be called that word.
Exactly.
But the thing of it is, it's a small group of people that are still keeping that going. Like my generation, that's keeping that going. Not the younger generation, not the, what do you call them?
Millennials.
Yeah, not them. Because I was reading this story on Facebook, how this girl, I guess it was in Alabama, she was white girl, she was dating this black guy, and she went to the prom, took him to the prom. Well, her father had a fit. He was calling all these names, and if you go to the prom, I'm gonna kick you out, da-da-da. So she recorded him. She recorded him and she put it on Facebook.
Turned her daddy.
To let him know. She said, well, she wanted to do it anyway. You could kick. She said, I cannot believe that you're saying these things in this day and age. I cannot believe that you're racist like this, Dad. It was all on Facebook.
And it probably wasn't that she went out with him. It's probably what the outcome could be. That he can possibly have a a half black child.
But the thing of it is that everything is like a whole bunch of mixed nuts anyway today. You got everybody's married to everybody. People are just doing their thing. So give it a rest already, because you're not going to change it. It's evolving.
But also, where was he at? Alabama, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Some people are not going to change. The mentality still carries on, depends on where they live at. You know, it's just a different culture. You know, you can go to New York and everybody.
Oh, yes.
Everything. And I remember going up there recently, and you know, there's everybody's the Jamaicans, Haitians. And,
Oh, absolutely.
So I think it was the Dominicans. One of them was work at a store, and I said to my daughter, you know, you'll never understand this type of. Because there's a lot of racism up there too, but you'll never understand, because in Virginia you don't have a big melting pot like this.
Right.
Where you got China, you know, you don't have that. So we can get used to just the white folks, but they got up there got to get used to racism against everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like a different culture. So it depends on where you at. Up there in New York, you're acceptable to everybody. Down here in Virginia, you're not.
Right.
So, you know, they got Mexicans, Dominicans, and everybody lives in their own area here. You got to worry about white people. Up there, you got to worry about everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, you know what? Our first guest is in the studio. Mr. Derek Logan.
Hey,
is in the house.
Derek.
So we're going to interview him. We're going to take a quick break, get things situated, and we will be right back. You're listening to Let's Face It. We'll be right back.
Listening to Let's Face It with Boyle and Strayhorn and friends. We'll be right back.
Have you seen Dr. Roberts about that sore in your mouth?
Nah, I'm sure it'll go away.
But it's been weeks. It could be oral cancer.
Mouth cancer?
Yeah, I read that it's more common in African American men than in any other group.
All right. I'll make an appointment.
Do you have a tough guy in your house? Make sure he sees a doctor or a dentist if he has a sore in his mouth that lasts more than 2 weeks. If it is oral cancer, it can be treated more successfully if it's caught early. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services National Institute of Health.
Let me tell you.
Battles aren't won solely on the field.
No, I'm not going to sing that.
That's a
I'm gonna sing
common
whatever you tell me to
misconception.
say.
Battles are won within,
No,
over enemies of fear,
let me tell you.
enemies
That's my new.
of doubt.
That's my new
In
hook.
that place
Listen,
where
I
promises
sang,
are kept,
hit it out the park. You sing tomorrow.
promises to oneself,
And, well, because that was
promises
blended
to
in with
one's
them.
community,
But if you ask me to sing by myself, they will tell me to sing
promises
so low
to one's
nobody can
country.
hear it. But we are going to sing. Because that's my hook. I love to sing.
In the heart of every Marine, you'll find a promise.
I'm not gonna-
A promise forever kept.
I don't.
A
sing
promise
it all.
Got me live. I don't
of
even like
battles won.
blackmailing me on nothing.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming.
That's the best.
But then
Oh,
she
we
needs
gotta
this
talk about this
chemo.
pageant. I didn't-
That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
It's a huge burden lifted financially, and so it allows you to give singular focus to your child. I've never known a hospital that takes care of their patients so thoroughly.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When they told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Everyone is talking about healthcare these days. America spends twice that of other developed countries on our healthcare system, yet our health ranks near the bottom. How can we stop spending so much and getting so little? Shifting to a system based on primary care can help fix the problem. Patients with a primary care doctor live longer, healthier lives, and are less likely to suffer from cancer, heart disease, or stroke. Primary care that is comprehensive and coordinated also saves money. Patients who have a primary care doctor spend 30% less on health care than patients who don't. States with a high number of primary care doctors have lower health care costs and higher quality care. Primary care can help make America healthy again. To learn more about the benefits of primary care, visit www.healthisprimary.org. This message is brought to you by America's Family Physicians.
You're now listening to Let's Face It with Will Strayhorn and friends. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Let's Face It. We are in the studio with the man of the hour, actor, vocalist, and just dropped his new single, Search No More, on May 26th. We're going to have an up-close and personal interview with Mr. Derek Logan. Welcome to the studio.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Happy to be here.
Thank you for coming on. Been following you for a while. We met at the Black Men's Rock.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you. You were there?
Yeah, I was there. I was doing a red carpet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you should have saw her.
I saw you.
Yeah. She ain't seen that.
Why you gonna try to call me out?
But congratulations. Congratulations.
So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Congratulations. So tell us how you got started and how did you get into music? Because you also act, you said?
Yes.
How did you get started? Tell us a little bit about Derek Logan.
Well, I first started singing, of course, in the church. I'm Church of God in Christ.
Oh, Kojic?
Amen.
Kojic in the
house.
I started Kojic.
You did?
Yeah. I first started singing off in the church. I remember one of my first solos was I Won't Complain. To this day, my mama asked me to sing it over and over again. So I started off there, and then I started, singing outside of the church and doing things, different gigs like that. So now I'm just at a place, where I'm performing. And I started acting in college under the direction of the NSU Theater Company with Professor Stockard. He's from Alabama, A&M. So I was in Dreamgirls, Black Nativity, a play called Choir Boy that was in London. So I've just been trying to do it.
Is he the guy that directed the For Color Girls?
Yes.
All right, That was awesome.
Yeah, so he's been doing big things over there. So I started working with him and really started acting and doing my acting things.
Okay.
Well, hello, Derek. My name is Caprice. How are you?
Nice to meet you, Caprice.
What artists influenced your vocal style?
Vocal style, I would have to say, like we were talking before, 90s R&B. I'm a big 90s R&B here. I love Drew Hill. I love Jodeci. I love all the 90s R&B groups. Luther Vandross, certain Freddie Jackson, certain singers like that. So I would have to say that 90s R&B vibe really influenced. And you'll hear it in the single.
Yeah.
It's really like what I like. And,
old school flavor.
Yeah, that old school. But I like to add
real
a little,
music.
I'm 23, so I like to add 23 in it. But I also like to, sing. So you don't get too much singing anymore.
Exactly.
You sure don't.
In the day, so I want to show people, that side of me as well.
Did you get a chance to go see Drew Hill when they just came in?
I did not. I was in rehearsal for choir, but I wanted to go see them so, but I did see the live videos. They smashed it.
They are amazing. They still have it. They still have the moves. Their harmony, like I was telling you earlier, was impeccable. We got a chance to sing together.
So you were on stage?
No, I was in the back.
You didn't have a microphone, though, did you?
No, I didn't have a microphone.
We're not making love no more?
No, tomorrow. So they were doing a drop for me. So the guy started singing The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. And I love Broadway. I'm a big Broadway show tune fan. You too? Yes, love it. So when he started singing, then they started singing. Then I joined in because that's like one of my favorite songs. And then all these people started coming in, listening to her sing. And then when they hit it, they killed it, they took the chorus, I just ran with it. It was amazing. I loved it.
You loved it. Because
I love to
Did
sing.
Everybody else love it?
Yes, they clapped for us and everything. I asked them, they told me that I was an honorary Drew Hill member.
So you must have did your thing.
I did my thing. I knocked it out the box. It's so crazy. Okay, let me ask you, what made you want to sing R&B instead of gospel?
That was a big thing in my family and everywhere around. People were asking, what made you want to change? I could really say life. I was 19 when I put out my first gospel single and started doing gospel. Now I'll be 24 in July. So a lot of things have transferred. July, baby. Yeah. Okay, we got July, baby. Now July 25th.
No, you're a Leo.
Okay,
July
never mind. But a lot of things have transpired through life, love, everything. So I'm a writer as well. So I wrote about it. I said I want to sing about it. So I just put it into my music. I'm a person, I really don't lash out or have arguments. I just put it into my music. So that's what it came about. We came out with Search No More.
So, there's a lot of people that start off with gospel and then they end up going to R&B. Why do you think that happens, though? Yeah, why do you think that happens? Do you think it's...
Like I said, it has to be like things happen, and I love God. Don't get me wrong. I still go to church every Sunday faithfully and all of that. But things happen in life, and sometimes we want to sing about it. As artists, we express ourselves through our music and through our talent. So we put into like our songs. Like we hear Aretha Franklin, she did gospel CDs and R&B CDs. She was, that don't mean she was not saved. She was just doing what she felt like at the moment would best suit her. So you know, I'm in that stage where I'm doing what's best for me. So
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Do you believe that music is the universal language?
I really do. I really do. Like music can heal and touch so many people. Like, and some people may not come to the church, but they may just see the God in me through an R&B song, and they can be like, "Hey, I see the God in him. I may want to go to church."
Exactly.
So, like Whitney Houston, I'm a big Whitney Houston fan. I see the God in her. I used to see the God in her when she used to perform on YouTube.
Yeah, look at Charlie Wilson. I'm blessed.
Everybody's like,
coming back,
I think some people take it too serious. Like people put what they want to put out, and you just have to appreciate the music.
I mean, the thing of it is, if you decide that you don't want to sing gospel music anymore, it's not like you're going to go to hell. You just decided, you just made a conscious decision to sing the music that you love.
But I mean, I'm sure you'll sing it again.
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
I mean, like Fantasia.
Right now, after I leave here and throw it down, like it's no problem. Like I'm not saying I will never sing gospel again. I still do church, events and stuff like that. But right now, this is what's happening. I'm in a happy place. So
you look like it.
So I listened to the song, and when I finally do get married, you're gonna come sing the song for me.
Yeah, I will.
I'm actively looking for that. So
okay, I got you.
Hopefully soon. When I tell you it's gonna be, it's not gonna be in 2 weeks.
Yes, thank God. Oh my God. I don't have any money to help.
What inspires you to do that? To write that song? Is it personal? Is it?
It's definitely
just for me.
Or song. Right now it's not personal, but I'm looking. So. But I have a co-writer, James Gilmore, who helped me out, and he helped produce the track. And we were just seeing different couples. And I saw an old lady at my job, and she's been married for like 50, 60 years. So she was just telling me, baby, we've been together and it's been hard, but I ain't got to search anymore because that's the man, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, searching more. That clicked in my head for some reason. And I just started writing about it, and I'm probably going to get some of the money that I told. But, I just started looking at different couples and stuff, and like, you find that person that you don't have to search no more. Like the searching is over. So like, what's that gospel song? Nobody great. I searched all over.
That's true.
That's right.
So it could be like a crossover song.
That's right.
Used to do. Yeah.
Churches, if y'all looking out, come sensational more for Jesus, amen.
Hallelujah.
Well, I see that Search No More is a single. Do you have any other music? Do you plan on putting out an album?
Most definitely. We're doing an album. We are doing an album, and that's going to come out late October. We've been discussing it. My next single will come out on my birthday, July 25th. It's called Best Dress. So
one of my favorite things. Yes.
Put your best dress on. But we're definitely coming out with something in October, and I want to tell the story of love, what's going on with love, and how things transpire throughout love. Many times we just see, the picture scene and, everything's picture perfect, but I want to tell the story of how you may wake up one morning, you really don't love the person you thought you loved before. You got somebody coughing on that.
So it sounds like you are definitely a romanticist. Are you?
Yeah, I love love. Like, I really
it's your favorite word? That's my favorite word as well.
Yeah, I love seeing it, love being in it, but some days, like I said, in this album, we're going to tell love ain't all, sometimes it's cracked up to be, so we're going to tell the story. So.
That's true.
That's right.
And when it's not, you need to walk on up out of there.
Well.
Don't you stand in a situation where you're happy, I tell everybody.
Well, every day ain't going to be rosy.
Every day ain't
going to be rosy.
Love is but I mean, it could be replanted.
That's a song.
That's a song. When the roses die. You better write that down. Here goes your pen.
When the roses die.
We all, right,
That's on tape.
It's on tape. We about to quit my job. I'm about to get my 2 weeks. You better write that song when you get out of here.
That's a good title.
So what else does Derek do? So we know that you pledged the greatest fraternity in the world. Yes. Can't wait. But and then last year you gave away 150 book bags to children in need. I remember you were posting about that on an annual book bag drive. What was your inspiration behind doing that?
Like I said, I'm a teacher, so I work at East End Academy in Newport.
Okay.
So I always see kids around in need. So last year, me and my mom, I was like, Mama, what can I do to really, really give back? And she was like, let's do a book bag drive. So we coordinated on that, and I was able to give over 150 book bags last year to kids, not only in the 757, but the 804 community as well. My mom is from Lancaster, Virginia.
Okay.
So we went up there and gave away like 50, 60 book bags to those kids up there, and then we did some here. So I'm looking forward to doing it again this year. We're going to have it in August, so I'll be giving y'all the word on that.
Yeah. So you're going to have to let us know when you have your release party.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I did do a single release party. I was telling Nikki when I put out the single, May 26th. So it was at Avenue Blue. It was packed. We had a good time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so you're going to have to let us know.
You didn't have our email address.
Yeah, I guess we didn't get what?
Or our social media.
Yeah, I don't know. You didn't tell us. Isn't that a song? Tell somebody.
It's another song.
There's another song. Let me write that. Tell somebody. Okay. You see, you got that. Tell somebody.
We got that on tape too.
Yeah, we got that on tape too. We need to be in VIP, right?
Yeah. Most definitely. I think we family now, so I don't see that.
Oh, nice.
Most definitely.
Well, do you do any shows outside of Virginia? Have you been outside of Virginia doing shows?
I most definitely have. Like, I've did shows in Charlotte down at Sydney's Martini Bar, which I love. It was really good. The martini's off the chain.
Are you from here?
All right, Coach.
Yes,
You
I'm
listen.
from here. Yeah, I am from Hampton, Virginia, born and raised. But I love traveling. So anytime I have a show or anything like that's out of town, we doing it. Like, I love going out of the state. So
what are your future goals?
My future goals: finish this album. Do that. But I'm also in school. Many people don't like. I'm getting my master's in school counseling.
Oh, congratulations!
So I plan to finish that next year.
Yeah, you're busy.
Yeah. You gotta have education.
Yeah.
I love music. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love singing, but have that plan B. So I'm majoring in school counseling for my master's. I'll be done with that next year. Then from there, I would really like to go on and get my PhD in counseling.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any more plans to act anymore?
Yes, most definitely. Choir Boy, matter of fact, since we're on the subject, it just got chosen for the National Black Theater Festival.
Oh, really?
Nice.
So we'll be traveling down there to go to that in August in Winston-Salem. So
okay, that's really
I'll
nice.
give y'all information on that.
Yeah, give us the information.
Most definitely.
So, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we're going to hear this song.
Oh, yeah, I'm
I
excited.
hope y'all listened to it last night. I'm sure we're going to. I love it. I'm sure y'all are going to like it.
Yeah, we're going to like it.
So we're going to hear right now Mr. Derek Logan, Search No More. This was released on what, May 26th?
May
26th.
Have you named the album yet, or are you still working on that?
I haven't named the album, but I do have a couple of songs. Like I said, we got Best Dress up there. I wrote a song called Breakfast in Bed, so.
That's what you need to name it, Breakfast and Bread.
Breakfast and
They all on through the ceremony. That's it.
Yes,
When you're late to work, you get breakfast in bed.
There you go.
Bam.
There you go.
All right.
Right now we're going to listen to Mr. Derek Logan, Search No More.
Many years have gone by, and it seemed I could not find someone to love until I found you, and you changed my life around. And I can't imagine anyone else to love other than you, because you're the one to make my life complete. You are the sunshine of my life, and you mean so much to me. Then you'll never know, 'cause your love is the sweetest thing I know. It's the sweetest thing I've ever felt before. Coming from you, that's what I've been searching for. You are the sweetest kiss and everything I've been yearning for. So being with you, I don't have to search no more. Now being with you feels so special every day, and every moment takes my breath away. You're all that I'm thinking of, and I'm so thankful that I have you. You have my heart, and forever I'll be true. You are the sunshine of my life. You mean so much to me. Then you'll ever know, 'cause your love is the sweetest thing I know. Sweetest thing I know. Sweetest thing I've ever felt. I've ever felt from you. That's what I've been searching for. Oh, you are the sweetest kiss, sweetest kiss, and everything I've been yearning for. So being with you, I don't have to search no more. Now I've found the commitment that I've been looking for. No more searching for me, 'cause you have the love I need. So let's take this next step, the one we've been waiting for. 'Cause you're the only one, and I can't let you go. 'Cause your love is the sweetest thing I know. Sweetest thing I know. Sweetest thing I've ever felt before. I've ever felt. That's what I've been searching for. You are the sweetest kiss, sweetest kiss, and everything I've been yearning for. I don't have to search no more. Oh, yeah, being with you, I don't have to search no more.
This is a song that I do when I'm performing all the time. The ladies go crazy. My Mama by Johnny Gill. So
Really?
I remember I had a lady last. She was like 60. I was like, oh god.
Tonight will be a special night. How many more to come? And I'm so proud to be with you. I just wanna let you know, my. I'm gonna make you feel good tonight. 'Cause you're so fine. I wanna say, my. I'ma make you feel good tonight, baby.
All right. You better do it. Wow. That was amazing.
Awesome.
Yes.
Baby.
You know I do a little something.
You do a little something.
Good.
Wow.
Man, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank y'all.
Yes.
That single is off the hook.
Yes, it was really, I like it.
Yes.
It's easy to pick up. So,
Yeah.
you know, I still got it playing in my head.
Yeah.
It's easy to pick up. That's good.
That's really good.
So I'll let you know when I need to book you.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm claiming next year.
That's a long time.
Oh my God.
Thinking next month, something like that. Yeah, something.
Yeah, I'm ready to sing now.
Okay, we're gonna do that after the show.
After the show?
When the mics are on. I mean,
Yeah,
you
when
know.
Yeah, sing.
all the way to the car. We're gonna do that.
You want to hear it? What you want to sing?
What you like?
I don't care what you want to sing.
If this world
Were mine, I would place at your feet
My Lord.
all that I own.
You know the words?
You've been so good to me. If this world were mine.
All right, girl.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Okay.
You left me hanging.
No, I had to hear you. That was good. Y'all said she couldn't sing.
Well,
y'all know she
You
can
ready?
sing.
You ready, Will?
I want to be everybody.
I'm ready to go to the next.
Thank you, baby.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I love Kiss. Thank you. Thanks for singing with me. Yes.
Thank you, Derek Logan. Look.
Yes.
Oh, you look handsome.
And you look the
Yeah,
same.
you look
I sound like seeing
handsome.
somebody that look the same as they cover.
He's a Kappa man. What you expect?
Kappa.
Kappa, yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming, man. I appreciate it.
Enjoyed
Yes.
this. Thank you. I had a good time. I gotta come back.
Yeah, exactly. Come co-host. Co-host.
Don't play that.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll have fun.
Yeah, we will.
I think we're gonna have too much fun. Right?
You think so? I know. I like to have a lot of fun.
Yes, she does. A little too much. Okay. All right. Well, once again, that was Mr. Derek Logan.
Yeah.
Search No More. Where can people get copies of that?
It's on iTunes. It's on Amazon. All digital outlets that you can ever think of is up there.
All right.
And I also have hard copies, so you can follow me at Derek Logan on Facebook and then _ Derek Logan on Instagram, and I'll make sure you get one.
And booking information?
Booking information is going to be actually all lowercase Derek, DEREK, Savage, SAVAGE, 93 at AOL.com.
All right.
Thanks for coming by again. Best of luck. We look forward to the album.
Thank y'all.
We look forward to the release party as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Don't
yes,
forget
yes.
that.
Oh, yeah.
So I love a good party. So
Yeah.
we definitely have
And we
a
get
good
to
time.
sing again?
Of course.
Bam.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So,
I got sit right here, right?
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
Look at
what
it.
I wanted to talk about
I'm following that.
was,
Yes.
did you hear about the $25,000 prom?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Hope they ain't asking for faster.
The sister
After you
in
spend-
Philadelphia.
Yeah. What, yeah.
The sister in Philadelphia. Yeah.
Some Facebook comments for Derek.
Okay, go ahead.
We have Sonya Villanova saying, love the music.
Thank you, thank
Jacoby DeBouvier saying, hey gang, great show.
Thanks,
Congratulations, Derek, you are one black man who rocks.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, Black Man Rocks.
Emphasis.
What is that award show
And
this
Kim
year?
Strayhorn says, hey y'all.
You said Kim? My
Kim,
sister.
your
Okay.
sister,
Yeah,
Kim.
Okay. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Yes. Make sure you guys pick up a copy of that CD too. The
Yeah.
single.
Yes, we hold it up.
Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate
Thank you.
All right.
We need to take a picture.
Oh, most definitely. Can we? Do we have time? Or y'all still?
Well, we're still live. We still live.
Oh yeah, we're still live. We still live. No, we got no home training. Nikki can take him though. She can just take some while we're doing it. We're gonna bring to the table Miss Tiffany Emerge Boyle. She's gonna join us on some hot topics.
Yay.
And then we're gonna talk to her about what she's doing. But I want to go ahead and talk about
The 25.
So the 25 million. So first, let me tell you about this article I read in CNN. The title caught my eye. It said, poor families spend $600 more on prom than wealthier ones. So it says, poor families plan to spend more than 5% of their income on prom this year, according to a new survey. And they're basically basing poor family on families who make less than $25,000 a year. They plan to spend $1,393 for the prom. This is according to the Visa's national survey on high schools. Those who make more than $50,000 plan to spend an average of $799. Okay, so this is what I want to ask you, because the girl in Philadelphia, the mom, she owns a restaurant. She spent $25,000 on her son's prom. She basically said she wanted to bring Dubai to Philadelphia. And I don't know if you saw the pictures, but she had a camel. She had gotten 3 tons of sand to turn a small corner of the family's neighborhood into the famed United Arab Emirates city for her son. She also had like this mural of like looked like the desert or something, the backdrop done on the a building or whatever. And then she had rented a Rolls Royce and a Lamborghini for her son. Now her son Johnny. First of all, what do you think about that? Is that a little outlandish?
Ignorant.
That's like way over the top.
You think so?
Yes.
Now the son, he was dressed in Versace from head to toe. I think he had like one of the things that the sheets or whatever were like the long shirt thing, Versace sandals, and then he took 3 dates who also had custom outfit, and they had outfit changes to coordinate with each one of them. So now this is up until then I just thought it was just somebody who didn't know how to handle the finances. But then somebody interviewed her, and they were saying that the reason that she did such a lavish thing was because years of hard times and devastating challenges for her family, they had just gotten through them. And among them was the murder of his father, which resulted in her having a miscarriage. And then she was later hit by a car and suffered an injury that ended her career as a hairstylist. And she said if that wasn't entirely too much, the 43-year-old faced thyroid cancer, a stroke, and had seizures. She said that she just vowed to live her best life. And her son went through all of this and maintained, he's graduating, and he maintained a 3.8 GPA. And he's headed to the college this fall on scholarship. So she said she decided to give him the celebration of a lifetime. Does that change your mind about it at all?
Yes, it changed my mind.
Okay.
Immediately.
Why?
Because you should live your life to the fullest. And what's outlandish to us is not to her, because of all the adversity that she had to face and losing her life and losing her husband, having a miscarriage, so many losses. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So she's like, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this up because I may not be here tomorrow and everything that happened, or I want him to enjoy it because memories are important. So she just made an amazing memory for her son. That's how I feel about it.
How about you, Caprice?
I can see it both ways.
Both ways?
I can see it both ways. I mean, like you said, he did manage to do a 3.8. See, I was thinking like, wait a minute, I want to know what his grades are that he's spending that type of money, first of all. That's what I was first thinking about. But he did 3.8 through all that. If she got it, then fine. I was just thinking, if don't spend that type of money. There's some people that spend that type of money and then got to go borrow money to go to school. That's ridiculous. So if she had it and it was there available and she didn't have to borrow from nobody, then spend what you have.
What about you, Tiffany? You think it was excessive still?
What was her income level?
They didn't even say. Well, evidently they said that she got hit. She owns a restaurant.
Okay.
She got hit, which caused her to stop doing hair. So evidently she must have got paid.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Well, if she can afford it, and like you said, she can afford college and doesn't go into debt, I'd say live your life how you want to live it.
Okay. All right.
What do you say?
Me?
Yeah.
It was. I think it's still a little bit outlandish. $25,000. And when you had to see the pictures, because it wasn't like she was in the best of best neighborhoods. It was like she was like in the hood, and she bought the camel in the hood with the sand. When they came out the door, they had to bust through the screen door. And I was like, okay, no, something's not adding up. Maybe she should have took the $25,000, moved them, and then gave them a nice
Yeah,
problem.
I think sometimes people do excessive. I did see an article where the lady rented a Lamborghini for her son, and he killed himself, because he was driving too fast.
Oh, wow.
It's like, that's kind of sad. So it's like
She has to live with that.
wasted your money to get him this Lamborghini and he wasn't even capable of driving that type of vehicle on a regular street.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, some certain cars and stuff you just don't really need to get.
Okay. Well, we have Tiffany Boyle here. The lovely, the beautiful Tiffany Boyle. I met Tiffany the first time we took our DC trip up to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, right?
Yes.
Right.
Was that the first time we met?
No, that was the first time we met.
No, you did a red carpet for.
Emerge?
That wasn't. We were planning. You were planning that.
Yeah, it was before we went in April to
Yeah.
DC.
The White House, right?
I'm sorry.
Right,
All
right.
a blur.
Very
All I know was
classy,
work.
beautiful,
She
everything.
did forget the release. Remember,
Well, see what.
mine is the first thing to
She-
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the first thing, but okay. But very pleasant, very, very. I remember that you were just, when I saw you, you were just stunning, and the energy that you were putting into the launch of this magazine, Emerge the magazine, and then to finally be a part of the launch, which is where I met you,
Yes.
Paula.
Yes.
And it was just
We had
a
such a great
class
time.
act
It was.
event. And the magazine's still going strong. So, and now you have this new venture. You're running for Commissioner of the Revenue of Newport News.
Oh, yeah.
So where did this come about? How did this fit into your plans? That all of a sudden, have you always wanted to do it?
No, this fit into God's plan, not
Okay.
my plan. So my plan was I was focused on Emerge. I was focused on Access Virginia, the nonprofit I help with, and like I was telling Paula earlier, when this opportunity came about, I prayed about it, and after I had peace about it, and I realized that I could help so many more people with running for this position.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay, so we did have a really great conversation off the air. So tell me why you're running for the Commissioner of Revenue.
So I'm running for Commissioner of Revenue, one, public service. For me, owning Emerge is all about helping business owners, helping entrepreneurs. So I'm taking that same concept and I'm just bringing it to an office that's so important to our community, to the city of Newport News, but really any Commissioner of the Revenue's office in any city is very important because that office assesses and administers, hundreds of millions of dollars that goes to fund our city services, that helps our citizens. So that's why I'm running.
Okay. Well, tell me why you think you qualify for the position and some of your background that's going to help play a good role and a part in this position.
Well, some of the things of why I know I am qualified for the position is my background. I have a very diverse background, just going from education, starting first. I have my bachelor's in administration, business administration from Virginia Wesleyan. I have my master's in management from University of Maryland University College.
Oh, yeah. Just got accepted today.
Yes, and it's a great school, it is.
Okay,
and,
great.
So that's education-wise. And then for working in the private sector, I've worked for large corporations such as Bank of America. I work for Newport News Industrial now, where I do business development. And then I also am an entrepreneur. I am the CEO and editor-in-chief of Emerge Magazine. So I definitely know what it is like to take something from a vision, make it into a business plan, work with the right people to help it grow, and to keep it sustainable and to keep it emerging, to keep it growing. And then my service in the public sector, where I worked in that office before for about 3 to 4 years in the business license department. So I understand, I have inside knowledge on what changes need to be made to make it effective, to make it better for our community. And I also help with a nonprofit. I'm the program director for Access Virginia. So I do understand that whole social aspect of how to help a business and a nonprofit and help our community at the same time.
Wow, seems like you're going to bring a lot to this position.
Yes,
I'm excited.
Yeah. So you mentioned that God gave you this vision.
Yes.
So evidently He's told you exactly what He wants you to do.
Yes.
So tell the people, what are some of the changes that you want to implement once you get this position?
So starting off inside the office, I'd like to really focus on morale and really focus on recruiting and retaining qualified and knowledgeable staff. Currently that office is understaffed, so therefore they cannot be as efficient as they need to with bringing in enough revenue to keep our taxes down in the city of Newport News. So that's how I want to start. I want to start with training, customer service, and getting our wait times down, making our resources more available and more easily accessible. I do want to, outside of the office, I want to be more proactive with our education. I really want to go into the communities, not just sit in the office. I want each of the employees to actually get involved, whether it be going out and teaching people about business licenses, different requirements that's required, teaching them about why they're paying taxes, what taxes they're paying. That office also files state income taxes, so to explain that process to citizens that come. We have a DMV Select in that office, so just really getting the word out of what this office can really do and how the employees can help our citizens.
Okay, and what will you do for small businesses?
Small business is my passion.
Yes.
So, from a taxing standpoint, it would be, since that office hands out business licenses, be better understanding of how to implement the Code of Virginia and really understand and interpret it so that we can classify businesses the correct way. And as far as taxes go, seeing if there are any exemptions we could do, seeing if there are any tax breaks. I'm not sure if that's possible, but we'll definitely look into it. And definitely going out into the community, explaining to them what other certifications are required. Like if you're a general contractor, you have to have state certifications. And if you come to our office and you don't know that, then you're walking away without a business license. So we don't want that to happen. We want to make sure you come prepared and you're walking away with the business license right away, and that we can help you grow so that it doesn't close, so that you don't leave and go to another city. We want you in Newport News because that's revenue that comes back to us.
Absolutely, and Newport News there's a lot of things going on the peninsula. It's changing, because at one time when I first moved here, Newport News was considered bad news, and they still sometimes call it, but there's a lot of changes going on. Would you agree?
Yes. Even just being able to campaign and go through each section, Newport News is really split up. We have 3 different sections: North, Central, South. And I think one of the things is to try to bring that together a little bit better. Maybe, I don't know, working with other city departments, working with the police, things like that we can do and really have more town halls, workshops So that way we can bring a city and make it united.
Would you, being that you be working in Newport News, would you rather have people that live in the city to work there, or does it matter where they live at?
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you live.
Sometimes people live in the city, they understand the city more. So I live in
Right.
Chesapeake.
Have a
I would,
vested interest,
yeah, they have
too.
exactly
Right.
and seeing it grow. Then for somebody living in Chesapeake, coming in and apply for Newport News, but when I'm just leaving, you know, at 5 o'clock, I'm going on back to Chesapeake, so I can care less about what happens in Newport News. So
Yeah, no, that office is very, very diverse as far as where people live. Of course, we do have Newport News citizens there, and those are the people I want to protect as far as because they are voters, they are citizens within that city.
Yeah.
But no, I think everybody can care about citizens no matter where they are. Yes.
So I'm not somebody who wants to, you know, who fakes it if I don't know anything, because there may be some other people who don't know it. So you spoke in general about what the office does. Exactly what does the commissioner of the revenue do?
So I would oversee everything. I would go and I would actually be an advocate for meaningful tax rates. I would lobby, visit Washington D.C., visit Richmond a lot more, make sure everything in the office is running smoothly, make sure we're in compliance with the state code of Virginia, with the local tax ordinances.
Wow. You're going to be busy.
Yeah, you're gonna be busy.
Exactly.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. If there's one thing that you can change in this world today, what would it be?
My thing is for people to be understanding. I think if we have an understanding of each other, of different cultures, of how people act differently, I feel like a lot of extra stuff that doesn't need to happen would go away.
And what does the word emerge mean to you?
Oh, okay. I wasn't ready. Okay, so for me, the word emerge means to actually step outside of my comfort zone and to really grow from that courage of, stepping outside.
And I think that you're doing that by doing
Yes.
this. We're so proud of you.
Will that continue with this? It seems like it's going to be a huge position. Will you
Yes,
be able to-
Emerge is going nowhere. We are actually, we're coming out with our June issue, June 29th, it'll be out, and we're actually having so what we've done is we focused, instead of national, we're starting to switch it up where we're focusing on regions.
Okay.
And our first region we're starting with is the greater Philadelphia area. So you're talking about Philadelphia, Delaware, and South Jersey. And we're having an actual party, or it's called the Great Gatsby Gala. It's on June 29th in the Pyramid Club on the 52nd floor. So
Yes, I
make
got
it.
that. I
Yes.
saw that.
Yeah, so I think it's not far. People can drive from here. We'll have people from DC there. We'll definitely have a lot of people from Philadelphia in that area there. And our feature story is actually the NFL Alumni Association Philadelphia chapter. So I'm very excited to feature some of their members, their staff, cheerleaders that used to work in there because they do a lot of great things for their community.
Okay, all right. And your election is on
June 13th, Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
that's my wedding. Yeah, that's a great day.
And vote. Definitely want to get out there and vote.
Yes.
Well, Tiffany, best of luck.
Thank you.
And you're going to get the position. We're going to already
Yeah,
claim it
yeah,
right
we're already
now.
going to claim it. We're going to go out and celebrate.
And you're going to go ahead and do what God has already given you the vision to do.
Do you just have to be in Newport News?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in Newport News to help. So we are looking for volunteers that you can come out and do on poll day. And if they want more information on me, it's voteboyleforcommissioner.com.
Okay, and does it spell your last name for them?
Boyle, B-O-Y-L-E.
Voteboyle.com. All right.
Boyle.
Huh?
I can't.
Boyle
I couldn't get it.
Commissioner.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know I would vote for you, Tiff, if I could. You know I would, girl.
Well, thank you and best of luck. And hopefully when you come back, we'll be talking about what you're doing in the city. In that
Yes.
position.
Yes.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
Taking it to a new level.
Exactly.
That's what she's getting ready to do.
Exactly. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
One of us.
All right, ladies. I think that was our last guest that called in. She'll call back.
Oh.
Right. That was Sonya. All right. What other topics? What else did you have to say? Paula.
Mr. Tracy
Yes.
Morgan, what they want.
Oh,
you see his
Walmart.
medical records now? Boo, you already gave me 90 million. Why?
He shouldn't have been driving around in the city with the top back, like, ain't nothing wrong.
It's his money.
I mean,
He made the
But
90 million.
he won the money based on he's supposed to have this
And he
brain
was.
damage. Oh, he got healed.
He ain't get healed. He still. You got internal pain.
Right. He got emotional pain.
Yeah.
He got flashbacks.
His best friend died.
Yeah, my
He's
gosh.
never gonna be able to live that out. So I'm that one step 90 million going. He still got that memory of that.
But I think it was the insurance of Walmart.
The insurance claim.
Are they suing Walmart or are they suing?
They want his medical records to try to prove that he's really not. He really wasn't worth that $90 million.
Right, and like a 7-hour deposition, I think they said.
Well, they want the money back?
He didn't spend that.
He ain't spent $90 million.
I mean, that
you
was,
ain't gonna get it back.
yeah, but he had a show. His career was booming before he got into that accident.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
And
booming.
he lost a lot of money.
Yeah, he lost a lot of money.
Exactly. Yeah.
He did.
Well, maybe he can get y'all to come and defend him.
Yeah, call me.
Especially you, honey.
Cause I'm on that. I need that 10%.
Every time I go Paula, I ain't never paid for me.
What you say? Well, what did you say?
When roses died, you getting all the money.
Yeah. What did you say?
I said, whenever I go eat with you, I ain't never paid for a meal.
Why is that?
I need to see a man that you please.
He is so wrong for that.
Well,
Yeah.
What about Mr. Tiger Woods?
Oh yeah.
What y'all think about?
Oh, I don't want to.
We're gonna pray for Tiger first.
Oh.
Well, let me tell you. Those are the same people that build him up, and these are the same people that have him on the struggle bus.
Then the
And the
word
thing
says
of,
he will make your name great.
Right.
Now, when everybody else make your name great, they can take that name right on back.
and then the thing of it is that he wasn't even really drinking; it was the pills, and that I thought it was a shame that the way they handcuffed that man like that. That was ridiculous. And then he walked around there like a zombie, blowing in the thing, and then the lady had him blowing in there like extra times. That was too much blowing.
Well, why are you laughing? Okay, you know what? We have Sonya Johnson.
Okay.
Sonya Johnson, she's the author of the new powerhouse book, Forgiven but Never Forgotten.
Derek is laughing. That's why I keep laughing.
It's a story of abuse, loss, and new life. She was born and raised in Gettysburg, PA. So Sonya, she was faced with everything from molestation, domestic violence, and the loss of a child, just to name a few of all before the age of 24. So her story will leave you speechless and inspire you at the same time. So she's on the phone right now. We're going to talk to her. Welcome to the show, Miss Sonya Johnson. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing great. Sorry for the delay. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And thank you for sending us a copy of the book. So what was your purpose in writing the book? We see a lot of the things that you've been through, but what's the purpose for the book?
You know, my purpose in writing the book was basically to share my story with men, with women and with men. I think now, this time of day, I see a lot of women that are still hurt from things that happened in their past, and they don't know how to move on and heal from it.
Mm-hmm.
In my book, it shows you the worst that can happen to you and how you can move on and heal in the process.
Mm-hmm. Are you on the speaker? We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, well, Sonya, this is Caprice. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good. Can you explain to the viewers how you were able to look at this man who you were told took your child's life in the face on the day of your son's funeral? How did you manage to do that?
It was hard. At that time, all the evidence was circumstantial evidence, so I was still on the back burner, like, okay, maybe he didn't do this. Maybe he fell. You know, I was given every kind of, thinking of everything in my head that could have went wrong. It wasn't until he said something to me at the funeral, I don't want to give away because in the book that he said something to me at the funeral that really started me thinking, okay, this man did something to my child.
Hi, Sonya. How are you? My name is Paula B.
Hi, Paula.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. People say mothers have an instinct about their children if they're in trouble and so on. In this case, when you were told at the hospital your son had passed away, did you think for any moment your fiance had anything to do with it?
At that moment, I didn't, because at that moment, everything was more like a daze and a blur. When you get that kind of news, it's basically, in my head, I was thinking, okay, this is a joke, right? This ain't for real. And then when I got to that point where, they took me back to him, that's when I knew it was for real. But at that time, I still didn't think in my head, something had happened to him. He had did something to him.
Okay. So it must have been pretty ironic when you got to the hospital and your son's birth father was there. But did you think it was a sign from God?
Honestly, I did. When I came around the corner and he saw me and he's like, hey, and I saw him and he didn't know why I was there, I knew something was wrong. I just had a gut feeling that something was wrong because I hadn't seen his father in a long time. So to see him on that day in the hospital, something in me told me that something was definitely wrong.
Wow, that was really sad. You spoke about some physical abuse in your book. Is that the only abuse you faced with men, or is there more you did not put in the book?
You know what? There was so much more that I could not put in the book. The most traumatic I put in the book, but a lot of people don't understand it's not just physical, there's verbal abuse. There's different types of abuse. And I think the most, I did have physical abuse, but I had a lot of verbal abuse, which lowered my self-esteem as a woman. So that was part of the problem too.
Okay. Well, Sonya, what are some of the signs for women that will let you know that they might be headed in an abusive relationship?
There's plenty of signs, but I think the major sign is basically your gut feeling. Every woman has a gut feeling. And a lot of people are like, oh, it'll bypass, there's nothing wrong with that. But that gut feeling you have that something's wrong, usually something's wrong. I mean, anytime a guy, stands outside your house waiting for you or just pops up when you're out with friends, something's wrong.
Let me ask you a question, though, but, you could be married to somebody for like 15, 20 years, and you get into like this major argument. Then all of a sudden, just out of the blue, he just punches you in the face. And this is something that has never happened. Do you think that should we just say, excuse it and be like, oh, he was just angry at the time? Or is this something that was just really embedded in him and I never knew this dark side?
That's a good question. I never really, faced that. And from my point of view, I would be like, okay, yeah, this is something different. Either we got to go to counseling and see what's up, or I got to pull back. Because that's something, somebody for 20 years and just all of a sudden do something to you, there's something wrong in the underlying there. I mean, people can get mad, but you can get mad and not put your hands on someone.
And, there's a lot of men that say, when a man hits a woman, they're less than a man. What do you feel about that statement? They always say that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you real good.
When a man hits a woman, they're less than a man, and a man should never put their hands on a woman. But men say today that if she hit me, I've heard this numerous of times. I'm gonna hit her back. Do you think that if a woman hits a man, he should hit her back because you know that you're like 50? He's 50 times stronger than her.
Not necessarily.
Exactly. I don't believe a man should ever hit a woman back, but I came into a circumstance last month on my fan page where a man inboxed me and he had told me that he had been physically abused by his girlfriend. Yeah. And that does happen, but men don't speak about it. Right. So I don't think it's right in either one. The man should be hitting a woman shouldn't be hitting a man either.
Right.
That's true.
That's true. Well, Sonya, what advice would you give, because it seems like you've been through a lot of situations with the loss of your child and, abuse. What advice can you give a man or woman that have just lost a child? How can they heal, or how do they learn how to heal from that type of situation?
For them to learn how to heal, and it's based on how they lost a child. I mean, if they lost a child at the hands of someone else, honestly, you got to forgive that person. As hard as that may seem, and with me saying it to people, they're just like, how do you forgive someone that took your child's life? You have to, in order for you to heal, you have to forgive and then ask God to forgive you for the things you thought of doing to that person in your head. So you have to forgive, and then after you forgive, first find God, then forgive. After you do that, then you can start your healing process.
And Sonya, how do you cope now?
prayer. And one word, prayer and God, actually. God and prayer, 2 words.
So, as a man, how can I help, my friends, girlfriend, wife, whatever, cope with things that she may have experienced in the past, whether she was molested, domestic violence, or whatever it may be, she may be a place where she may be stuck at. What can I do to help her through that?
What you can do is be patient with her and actually sit down and talk to her and communicate and ask her about her past. I think that's the major problem we have, is that people date, but they don't go into their past because they try to forget about their past. But if you're trying to find someone, have a relationship, get married, you got to be open about your past and let them know what you went through so they can understand you even better.
True. That's true.
That is true.
That's right. That's right. So, where can people get a copy of your book?
My book is available on Amazon. They can get it paperback or Kindle.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
What a story, Sonya. It's really interesting that you was able to put the 2 most traumatic experiences you had.
Right.
You just was able to just talk about it and share it.
And just be transparent about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But,
domestic violence is so prevalent today, and women are speaking out about it more and more. I did a huge report on it. And one of the things that I did learn that is the children that we forget that they're part of this domestic violence. They're like invisible victims is what they call children that witness domestic violence. And that is like so true.
Well, Sonya, thank you so much. So, forgiven but never forgotten, a story of abuse, loss, and new life. So you say you can pick up a copy on Amazon, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Are you in the works of writing another book?
Actually, I am. It's going to be for mothers and fathers who have lost children in the past.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's
Awesome.
Can't wait to have that. And make sure you come back on the show so we can talk all about it. And do you have social media that you can share?
Yes. You can look me up on Instagram. That's Sonya Johnson Author. Facebook is Sonya Johnson Author. Twitter, Sonya Johnson 99977, and my website is SonyaJohnsonAuthor.com.
All right. Well, Sonya, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it, and best of luck in your book.
Good luck to you, Sonya.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good evening. All right.
Wow. Well, that's just something.
It took a lot of courage.
Yes, it did.
Talk about it, and then then to not believe that somebody, your fiance, would have killed your son, and then for him to actually finally get it, like, wow, he really did it. Some women just automatically believe right away. You heard him, I'm believing that, but she couldn't grasp that.
Yeah, couldn't fathom the fact.
Actually, like, wow, and everybody probably looking at her like, really, this person, you need to get it together. He did it. Yeah,
well, we have a letter, so people want our advice.
Wow.
We getting big now, y'all.
Yeah, big baller shot caller. Go ahead.
Right.
What is it?
Hope she'll end in more trouble. But,
Okay.
Let's see.
Messing around with us.
Let's read it.
It says,
exactly.
Dear, let's face it. I have been in a relationship with my current boyfriend for almost a year. He has his own business, and he recently hired a woman who he had past relationship with about 6 years ago. Although they never had sex, they were still more than friends. Ever since he told me about her working with him, I felt uneasy about it. But I thought since she is helping his company, I should just trust him anyway. More recently, he had begun talking about going on trips with her, and she has been the stem of most of our arguments. I always end up looking insecure because he is always telling me that nothing is going on. Even the girl has reached out to me and said they are strictly friends and nothing is going on. Okay. Recently, over the weekend, we were in the car and he was speaking with her on the phone and he called her babe multiple times. Immediately after they hung up, an argument began and he kept apologizing, stating, "It was an accident. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Blah, blah, blah." At this point, I am furious and ready to end the relationship. What should I do? Signed, very uncomfortable.
She's still there?
Yeah, right.
She should have been gone.
Yeah.
When God told her the first time when you showed her.
When
I
people
don't
show you
believe
who
this
they are,
accent.
believe them.
Babe,
No,
Yeah.
definitely.
you,
Babe,
you
it's
was
a
comfortable
business.
calling it that.
Yeah.
You was
Yeah.
comfortable, so that, to me that wasn't an accident. That's something you was always called it and you continuing to call it. You was
Right.
comfortable saying babe.
Out of all the people you could hire for your assistant, you hire somebody that you were in a relationship with,
Right.
and you are in a relationship
And
now.
you guys have a very familiar spirit with
Yeah.
one another.
Very
Exactly.
familiar.
Very familiar.
Exactly.
Spirit.
Yeah, spirit.
Yes.
And what she's saying is most of the arguments is over this woman. Why would you even bother to hire her if you know that's going to cause a conflict with you and your
Yeah.
Well, I'm
your girl?
gonna tell you why. Because I
wanna
just
take it too.
well that too, and I just had this conversation with a young lady. The bottom line to the issue is this: he's gonna do what he wants to do, and if she knows that he has a girlfriend, and if he's not showing respect for his girlfriend, why should she? You don't know exactly what it is that he's telling her. And the thing of it is that he knows that she doesn't want him to talk to her. She wants him to sever the relationship. But that relationship is so important to him that he's willing to sacrifice his girlfriend
So he's
for that
making a choice?
relationship.
You think he's making a choice?
He's not making a choice. He's just got another sandbox.
And my mother always say, men will do what you allow them to do. If you don't nip it in the bud in the beginning,
But you can't even nip it in the bud because he doesn't want to let it go. So there's nothing that you
So
can
what
nip.
do you do? What does she do? What
She
does tell her?
needs to either walk away and get a plan B for herself.
because if
Plan B. What is this plan?
she's working and
Tell me
she's
about
working
this
with
plan
him,
B.
you only his fiance. He hasn't let the first one go yet.
Right.
So if he's working with you, most
I'm
likely
familiar
she's
with
gonna
that.
be at the
Mhm.
wedding. She's gonna be at, and then what made her comfortable enough to call you and say nothing's going on? You have
That would have been my first one.
Yeah, you don't need to call me.
Yeah.
Right, because she's justifying it.
That's
I thought this is who?
You don't need to call me.
You
Right.
got my number, huh?
Right. But she's right. So the thing of it is that he has to make listen, Linda. He has to make a decision.
Right.
On what's important to him. And when he's going to make the decision through his action. And if he's not willing to give up his so-called secretary or administrative assistant, whatever the heck she is, she already knows.
Yeah.
But one of the key words she said is, I always end up looking insecure. The thing about it is, he got you feeling insecure because he's
Right.
not putting you in a place where you seem first. That's the reason why when we get insecure, because the man is not making us feel like we're their top one. So he has no reason to make you look insecure. His job is to make you look fully secure at all times. So if he must be putting this girl in front of her for her to feel insecure, like.
But the life lesson here is that the man is always going to say, oh, you're just insecure.
Of course.
You're just insecure. So then you have to you're questioning yourself. But once you begin to she needs to begin to love herself because she doesn't really love herself because you're letting him make you feel that way.
Yep.
And you don't have to because just like when I was at church, they said, you need to be mad at yourself, not at the person, because you're letting them make you feel that way and it's unnecessary.
Exactly.
So you have to know your worth. And she's basing her worth on him. You can't do that because he's definitely not basing his worth on you because he's doing his thing.
Exactly. So why are you apologizing for calling babe? Because it was in front of you? Because that's what you normally
That's
call.
what you normally call it,
Exactly.
right?
It's
Yeah.
So like you were saying, he's treating her the way that he's treating her the way that she allows him to treat her.
Right.
So she basically, I'm sure she's already let it be known that she's uncomfortable with their relationship,
Yeah.
and then she needs to let him make a choice.
Well, he's already made the choice because he ain't
And I
give her
Well,
up.
she needs to say, you need to make a choice. You're going to her, or is it going to be me?
But why you even should give a man that thing to make your choice? No. You should be able to make your own choice. I'm not going to let you choose who you want to be with.
Well, he
That's
might
my
say,
choice.
okay, well, I love you more. I'll find somebody else.
He should have never hired her. But another thing is, she said that although they never had sex, they
She don't know that.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So she's believing
Oh,
it's,
he done had
it's
it.
too much connection for them not
Yeah,
to
there
have
was a lot of slap and tickle going on in there.
Exactly.
That's slap and tickle. There was a lot of there was a lot of slap and tickle because you
just can tell her.
right. You always want to say,
Yeah, 6
it-
years ago,
yeah.
I think that relationship's still going on.
Yeah, it's still going on. You know what I mean? They still slapping and tickling. You know what I mean? They kill me with that. Oh, it's nothing. It don't mean nothing. You making more out of it than what it is. You insecure. You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. Man, get out of here with that. You lying.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want
Whew, you all right?
Because you get tired, you know what I mean? Because you acting like we boo-boo the food. After a while, my mother always told me, and my daddy did too, when a woman gets tired, when she knows she had enough, she get tired.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? When she's done, she's done. She's tired. So after a while, what's going to happen to her, to you, if you're listening, your feelings are going to dwindle. You're not going to care anymore. Because, see, while you're sitting home crying, going through the phone, trying to track him and this and this and this and that, you spinning your wheels like on a hamster, and he's out here having a great time.
But look, I'm reading the
That's
letter.
crazy.
You only been in 1 year. She's been 6 years or more.
Right.
So you really just got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in a relationship with my current for almost a year. This was his girl from a past 6-year relationship. You knew. He really messing with you.
Yeah, really.
You really his toy right now.
Right. Right. She the mistress, really. Let it be told. She the mistress. She's the mistress.
Wow. Okay.
It's just wow.
Well, let me offer you a possible solution to this, because I read this article and I was like, it had me thinking, I was like, I could probably do this. So my husband and I are happily married because we live in separate homes. She says, here's how.
But a lot of people are doing that these days. Yeah,
doable.
it is doable.
Okay.
My uncle was
She
like
said,
that.
here's how we make it work. I've been married to my husband, Emil, for 31 years. We have 3 grown children, and we share basic values, ideals, and beliefs. We don't share a house. We haven't for the last 8 years. She said, you see, to day-to-day mechanics of life have always been out of sync between us. It made for a lot of bickering, basically because of the way he keeps his house and the way she wants to keep the house. She said that he and I live on opposite sides of our small city of Charlottesville, Virginia, about 5 miles from each other, but our marriage is closer than ever before. We see each other 6 days a week. We have overnights 4 times a week. Most of the time, he comes to my house and I make dinner. We sit in front of the fire or share a meal by candlelight and chat about our day, the kids, the news, everything the couples talk about when we were been married for the years. She said, but there's a sense of preciousness of our time. It's dedicated time that we have together, and we honor that. When you live with someone 24/7, it's a lot easier to take that person for granted and stay glued to your TV, your iPad, or your phone. She said about twice a week he stays over at my house, and twice a week I drive with him over to his house. We both have king-size beds. I don't know why she threw that in there. But she said the main disadvantage of living apart is loss of disposable income, but stoop, Emil, he pays her mortgage and his. I don't get that part.
Love Emil.
He's a husband supposed to take care and provide. He's doing it.
He said that he would pay my mortgage, property taxes, and car insurance, and then the rest of my bills, her food, utilities, and personal things, come out of her own personal salary as a preschool teacher. She said her life is pretty much usually low-key, long weekends, 2 or 3 times a year. They normally rent a cabin, ride bikes, and hike trails. So I want to know, do you think it's possible to live in separate houses and still have a successful marriage? Did you say no?
No, Derek said no.
Derek, I want to know why Derek said
no. Derek needs to get in here.
What do y'all think?
Mine was shorter than Paula's.
Why she says no? Go ahead, Caprice.
What I think is,
where's
she's
Derek?
married, but she's dating her husband. That's basically, she's married, but she's dating her husband. There's a lot of people that lose that dating once they become married. So maybe this works for them. I can say needy person. I like my husband at my house every day. So I can't have you across the country. So yeah, but
I should try this.
You married, but you're dating your spouse.
Huh?
People do lose dating.
Oh, you should have tried that. Now, I have a uncle that's married, but he has he lives in his place. No.
Okay.
And his wife lives at her house, and I mean it works well for them. I mean they've been married for a long time, but things.
Now that I think about it, a lot of us have that, because I have aunts and uncles who I thought they had been divorced. She said, "No, we still married." I'm like, but you live way over there, and they live in 2 different
Because
lives,
what happens when they get on your nerves, you can go home to your house.
Yeah.
That's
you know
why
what I mean?
They build man caves.
No, that doesn't do it.
It's a way. It's probably giving her enough time to miss him too.
Yeah, like she was saying.
Yeah.
See him again, it's like, come on.
You get excited to see them, and then after a while, and then when you find like my mom divorced my father a long time. My father passed away, But I am finding that, and I have a lot of friends that have are divorced that are really, and they're like emerging, like they're just finding themselves. You know, they're enjoying themselves. They don't. I mean, they can date or they don't date, but really, what they do is date their girlfriends because their girlfriends, they're having the time of their life. When I tell you they have the time of their life, because there's just like this newfound independence and freedom. You're doing what you want when you get ready.
Okay.
You don't have anybody saying, "Where are you going? What are you doing? When are you gonna cook me this? When are you gonna wash this, that?" You know what I mean? They're getting up, doing their thing, going on vacations, just doing whatever they want to do when they get ready. And
They're
it's
married?
no, they weren't married. And it's just like a newfound, refreshing life to them. I'm not saying that they don't want to date. Yeah, but
They divorced, but they're still dating each other again?
no, I mean, I have a friend that's divorced that they're dating their spouse. You know what I mean? Because there's some people that get married again. They marry their spouse twice, 3 times. But the thing of it is that with them, she's probably okay with it because she still has her independence. So I think that's probably why it's working for them.
Do you think independence is important in a marriage?
I think independence is important in marriage, but I know that you lose your independence when you get married, and then a lot of women do. They lose their independence when they get married, and then when you feel as though that you lost yourself, and then when you find that you emerge, I'm going to keep using that word, and you find your independence again, sometimes it's hard for the husband because he doesn't get it. It's like your wife, Jay. No, I just found myself. It's just new things and things that I want to do outside of I still want to be married to you, but I found me.
I'm lost. Okay. Do you find so were you one way?
Yes.
And then you changed and then you became the person again? Or were you one person, y'all got married, and then all of a sudden you became this new person?
Exactly. That one.
No, you can't do that.
Why you can't do that?
I think it's somebody.
Yes, you grow and you mature.
If you had your life before you came in, and you maintain your life, then that's good. But a lot of people they're marrying their representatives. So when they come in, they get married, they are intertwining themselves with that person's that husband and doing everything he want to do and trying to please him so much.
That's it.
Then when they divorce, then it's like, okay, now I can do me. But if you stay you in the beginning, then you don't have to. In or out. Now, that brings me to this difference between being married and being divorced and dating in separate houses. But that lady on Potomac, Housewives of Potomac, they are divorced, but they live together for the sake of the kids. The kids don't know they're divorced. But the husband don't really want to be there. But they still living as married in the same bed. They sleep together, but they are divorced. They're saying for the sake of the kids.
In the same bed?
Yes.
But you think you're doing your kids a favor, but you're really not. You're not. I mean, they think they're doing the kids a favor. You're really not doing your kids a favor. Because I wish my mom divorced my dad like a long time ago.
They're like 5 and 6. But during the show last week, they said to the producer, he said to the producers, I really don't want to do this no more. His name is Juan somebody.
Oh, really?
He said he don't want to do this no more. Now, he wants to leave, but she still wants to keep together for the kids. So that type of marriage and divorce, I think they need to go ahead. You don't need to fake nothing. Yeah, it is.
But Derek, why do you think that this situation wouldn't work?
You mean living in 2 separate houses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it will work out for the man, of course. You can do whatever you want to do. But I feel like marriage is kind of safer. So why would you live in a different house than the person that you're supposed to be married to? If you're like that, then hell.
Oh, you good?
That's not cussing.
Yeah, that's not cussing.
We should just be apart. If we live in separate houses, then that's the way I feel about marriage. Because marriage is something that you take seriously. I don't think you should do it until you're very serious about it. Until you're able to be around that person as much as possible.
So Derek just brought up something. This whole scenario wasn't about them having other relationships outside of the marriage. It was they still was married and have a relationship with each other, right?
Right.
So you say he's still able to do his own thing.
Yeah, you got your own place.
But they're still married.
Yeah.
But do you think that? I mean, but what if they have what if they are really committed to that lifestyle? What if there's nobody else? You know what I'm saying? We just
You would think like it's just them, they
right.
they do what they want to do, but it's
If it's so happy though, the way I see it, it can be happy with y'all living in the
same house, exactly.
If it's that happy, it has to be some underlying thing that's going on that may not be in the story. Because if it's that happy, then you should be able to be around that person
all the time. You should
Yeah.
want to be.
Well, there's a lot of women that have gotten married, has been married for 50, 60 years that never lived by themselves and never had that experience. And what if they said, well, I want to still be married to you, but I want to have the experience to live by myself.
Go in another
That's-
room.
I agree. Yeah, go
Or
in
do the
another room.
I Love Lucy thing. You never. They had always had two beds. They had two
What in the
beds.
world?
I don't think we have that.
So maybe that's what.
Not that only shit, but when I do get married to my wife, she's not gonna go to a separate house.
And I also think too, I think like us, like you said, mentioned, millennials, like, I think sometimes we rush in too quickly. We rush
Me?
into, not saying when I walk in early, I think you mentioned the word millennial.
Uh-huh.
I think we probably rush in too quickly, like, 20, 21, getting married, and you haven't found yourself. So
Yeah.
you get into it with this man, and like I said, you take on his traits and you almost become him. And then when you find out when you're 30, 40, then you're like, oh, who am I? Then you want to become aware of self. And you want your time alone, but you have already become married with this man, got these kids, and
T.I. and Tiny. He said his marriage is a
That's a
distraction
sad
right now.
Right.
He wants to be, but they met when they was younger. She was making the money. He took care of her. She took care of him. He took care of her. Now it's like, okay, they on two different pages. He just said it's time to move. We two different people now. And this is a sad situation.
But Will, I just read this article about Will and Jada. And how, right, they're not going anywhere. But, they say some beautiful things about, to me, I think Jada's very transparent. She tells it like it is. And she said, they have struggles, but, that's a 20-year marriage and in Hollywood. So it's tough for them, but they see it through no matter what. Because she said that Will let her be her, and she lets him be him. And in that, they take care of everything else in between. And that's cool.
Nothing
That could
about
mean a lot of
R&B.
things.
I'm at Mary, I'm doing everything. He's a straight elder from the church, never been in the club, old Southern boy. Boo, you can stay home. I'm fine. We going to church. We do everything we do. But he doesn't say, well, Caprice, you can't do your life coach. You can't do this. You're going to Mary J. What's she going to do? No. You do you, I do me. Right now, he's at Bible study. I'm over here. I can't do Bible study tonight. I'm about to be on the #1 radio show. So I'll catch you next Wednesday.
And I think and I think that's it should be that way, because then if it's not that way, then it becomes a control thing.
It does.
You know what I mean? And it becomes a control thing, and that's what put women on the struggle bus, because now you're trying to control me. Now you could try to control what I say or how I act or my behavior, because I want to do this and you think there's something wrong with that. No, like you said, you go over here and you go ahead and do Bible study, but I want to go over here and I want to go to Palm Gardens and I want to listen to my friends sing, because that's what I like to do. That's not saying we're not on the same page. I don't get down where the people be like, oh, you need to be on the same page. You're never going to be on the same page, because
Not long term.
Not long term, you're not, because you're going to like to do this and I'm going to like to do that. But I'm not going to stop you from doing this, because that's your thing and that's what makes you happy. Don't come in my world and try to stop me from doing what it is that I like to do, because now you're trying to control me. You're doing what you want to do, but you're not letting me do what I want to do. And that's not fair. That's not what women are put on this earth to do, for a man to control them like
That's why
that.
I'm like when they say, I gotta find my other half to complete me. You should be whole when you meet this other person. You can't. My husband doesn't really complete me. He adds to what I already have. So if I come whole, he come whole. I'm not really seeking too much from him. He ain't seeking too much from me. It's when you come half, you looking for the other person to complete you, and then you stuck to them like glue, that neither one of y'all can go anyplace, because this is my half. So I don't say it's my better half. This is the man that I married.
Right, because look at all the women, like the football players. Your wives are not interested. They're interested in that check, but they're not interested in they're not interested in the game. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in that. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in golf. That's your thing. You married me. I was a real estate agent. You're not interested in that. So why would you try to take me from my life? That's how I feel about it.
I think that's probably the intersection where people give up, and that's when people go for divorce instead of sitting down and having the communication. When you just realize, like you were saying, when you get to that point where you realizing there is a difference, because I don't think it has to be terminal. I think with good communication, if you have to get counseling,
Some
Just
people
to-
don't like
just to
evolve.
realize.
Some people don't like you to evolve.
Yeah.
You've been doing something, you know. I know a lot of women that sometimes come to me when they trying to go back to school. Their husbands don't like that because you're about to meet new friends. You have
Exactly.
different conversations
Yeah.
now. It's like, oh, so now you think you better than me now? And a lot of marriages break up because they don't want that person to grow
Right.
because they know if that person grow, then they're not going to be staying there with them anymore. You know, mentally, and the conversation is going to be different because you meet new people. So there's a lot of people some people just don't want people to evolve. That's why you got to involve and be who you are before you get into it.
Right.
Okay. I just have one more topic. Then I want to talk to. I'm glad you're still here, so we can ask you guys some questions during the intimate moment section. But I want you guys heard about Harvard, right? And them rescinding the offers of 10 incoming freshmen because of what were they doing? They were posting things like memes, and some of them were racial. Some of them were talking about sexual assault, the Holocaust, deaths of children. And basically, Harvard reminded them that they reserve the right to withdraw any offer of admission under various conditions, including if the student or the admitted student engaged in behavior that brings into question their honesty, maturity, or moral character. So I want to know, do you think this was fair for the school to rescind their offer for these students? And do you take into personal consideration things that you post on social media, everything, for any consequences that it could have?
I do. At first, I mean, sometimes if I'm in a mood, you know, and I just want to post something, I'll do it. But because of my life and what it is that we do, I have to be conscious of what it is that I post, because some people can misconstrue, which has happened to me recently, what you post. So I think that if you're going to a school like Harvard, you need to think about what it is that you're doing, because what you're saying is that you already let them know your character. So because you already let me know your character and show me your dark side, no, I don't want that in my school because of the type of school that it is. I mean, I'm not saying there's not people you're representing in school, and I'm not saying that there's not students there that have bad behavior, but you haven't even gotten into school yet and you're displaying bad behavior.
Right.
So, no.
Right. I remember we took in the Hampton Roads Black Media Professionals when Andre did the class on social media.
Right.
This is like right after the presidency. I was doing those memes about Trump and all that kind of stuff, and he was just like, people were getting fired. People in the media were getting fired for being biased, and I went and I took everything down. And I'm like, I'll never again post. I'll just keep my opinions to myself when it comes to things like that.
But I mean, I think that you should be able to express yourself, but
well, in the media you can't.
I know, but I don't. But if it's not a racially attack on a race, or it's not racially based, and you feel a certain way about, I'll just say Donald Trump because of what he's doing and his bad behavior, I think that you should be able to say that. I know you say that you can't, but why can't you? Because look what they show on.
What media professional have you seen do that? Have you seen Barbara do that? No. You sat right there in the meeting.
No.
You sat right there and you heard.
Right, yeah, I heard D.L.
You have to remain neutral if you want to take that oath as a representative of the media. You can't voice that. You can voice it in your house. You can voice it here. But when you step on social media, you have to remain neutral.
I think with social media, you got to be mindful of your platform and why you're there.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't understand why they have the social media. I mean, I don't have anybody under 18 on my social media. You know why? Because you have nothing to add to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on my Facebook page, I don't even have my relatives under 18. I have nobody under 18 on my page because you have really nothing to add. I have my kids on there, but then you doing all crazy stuff. I got to delete you too.
Do you look at people? Do you research people before you accept them?
I look and see who their friends are.
I see who their friends are.
Some people are trying to spy.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
your Facebook.
Yeah, and
Really?
then you got to realize who you put out. Like you said, do you pay attention to it? Depends on. Okay, I got pastors on my page. I got 2 people on my page. So there's certain things that I may want to say, but then I know it's going to get back to like, okay, well, Caprice, you probably shouldn't have said that. So if I understand you're not going to take it the way I'm going to give it, then I normally don't put it. And like I said, with social media, I'm always going to see who you friends with in order before I accept you.
You do that.
Do what? Research?
Before you accept them.
Yeah, sometimes because I need to, I'll check to see who they're friends with. Like, somebody friends me, like some of your friends will friend me or send me a friend request, and if I see that they're on your page, I will accept them because I know your character. You understand what I'm saying? So, social media, I don't think they use social media for really what it's for, but it does give you an opportunity to express yourself, and to brand yourself, and it's free advertisement. But sometimes if I'm feeling blue, or if I'm like, I'm having a bad day, one of my friends could chime in and be like, oh, inbox me, or say, give me some encouraging words, or be like, suck it up, or whatever it is they're going to tell me, but that's what I need at that time, so people put a lot of stuff up there about their personal feelings.
Personally, I think that you should use social media for your come up. Use it like she was saying about free publicity and stuff like that. Use it to promote yourself. Like on my social media, it's mostly about my music and what I'm doing. The thing, people have this misconstrued, feeling about social media. It's not to, in my opinion, put your feelings up there and all of that, because people can take whatever you put on social media and use it against you. That's why she was talking about the research thing. I do research. I'm checking friends. I'm checking who your mama, who your dad, all that. Because you have to these days. People will spy on you and try to tear you down just by your social media. And now people will tag you and stuff. They got sex videos, everything on Facebook.
All I'm getting requests.
You gotta watch what's going on and who you add into your life.
But you also gotta pay attention to social media. Like, there's so much stuff you can put on that's private, because nobody can really tag you unless you do an ad to tag. Because I had that issue too with somebody posted me somewhere. I thought the outfit was nice I had on, but somehow I got back to my pastor that it wasn't nice, and I get a phone call what did you have on when you went to dinner? I'm like, an outfit. But I mean, it was stretch pants, but I guess to them that seen me at, what was in the Palm Gardens, I went for an alpha party. And
you went for what?
It was an alpha party, a day party.
Okay, let's skip this subject.
I know.
Oh, he's alpha?
No, he's a Kappa.
He a Kappa.
Oh, sorry. I'm just learning all these ways. But, and it got back to them, but it's like, okay, but what happened was, somebody took the picture, tagged it, and put it on my page before I knew I could be private. They seen it, and got back to her, and I'm like, okay, well, what in the world? It was just an outfit, but what I did was I had to go through my research. Okay, how do I stop people from tagging me in pictures that I don't want? And I found it, and that's exactly what I do now. So your stuff is on there, Nikki. I'm gonna add it after it's over. I'm gonna say add the timeline, but it's just great, like I said, social media take thing. But Paul, I'm asking you a question. You said sometimes you put your feelings out there. Do anybody would say what's wrong, or like, do they ever think anything else other than what you really mean when you put that out there?
Because I'm transparent, no. I can't really say. I don't think so. Like, if I say that I'm having a bad day, or I'm not feeling well, most of the time I'll be like, I'm feeling blue today, and it could be for, I don't even know why, but they'll be like, feel better, send me a scripture, or give me a call, or I don't go like, oh, I just had this major fight and this and this and this. It's just about me. And about my feelings and how I'm feeling at that time. And that's something that I want to share on my page. And I think that's okay for me. It is okay for me to do, because I do it.
But like you said, jobs do it, because I remember when I went to apply for jobs, they wanted all my social media information. I'm like,
well, she knew I knew that. I went to the interview yesterday at Starbucks, when I was telling you about it. And she was telling me about my page and things I had posted. And I was like, oh, okay. But luckily, I do a lot of inspirational things and stuff like that. So I was ready, but I was shocked. And she knew the different pages I had.
Because people get fired. Because where I work at Optima, they'd be like, if you go on there and put anything derogatory, as soon as you put Optima in there, they're gonna look. And you put in something, the keyword, and you put anything derogatory in there, you through.
I work for Big Brother Big Sister program, and we get volunteers to come in to be bigs, and for our company, whether it's females and males. And the lady came in, and we told her that we check social media. Now she was like, oh, nothing's on my page and everything's fine. However, the time that I went to check it, somebody had tagged she went to a bridal shower. And the bridal shower, her straw was the shape of,
oh, Lord.
And she was just sipping it, but she was at a private bridal shower, and somebody tagged her. Unfortunately, I had to tell her, I'm gonna have to watch your page for another 30 days before I give you with the little, because of the type of thing that was on it. She was mad. She called the person like, I can't believe you did that, but that you can tag somebody, but you had to, sweetness in your mouth.
Yeah, but here's my thing though.
But that's, that, because if I can search it and it's an open page, then your little can search it and see that as well.
Yeah, but
search. I'm a teacher. They look me up all the time.
But I mean, people have a life outside of the job, and they're gonna have fun. Just like you may go to a party and you may be sipping on a straw, But even though you have to interview her and look on her page, I mean, at some point you have to be realistic about things. I mean, she was just at a party. It's not like she's some.
It was the penis straw that she had in her mouth. That's what she had in her mouth.
Yeah, but does that define her character because she had a penis straw and
when you are trying to put them with a little, when you're the mentor for the little, they can have a lot of questions about that straw.
I think it does.
So, like we tell them, make your page private.
Yeah.
Make your page private.
I need to go do that when I get home.
Yeah, I need to do that then.
Because mine is private and not even friends of friends can't see it. Because, you can go into somebody else's page and see. If I'm your friend and I need to see Paula's stuff, then I can see it because I'm your friend. But if you do not even friends of friends,
I need to do that.
Then
but there's nothing on my page though that
Perception is the world.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe in the P word.
Have a straw.
No, I just don't. The whole perception thing is this. That's a taboo word for me.
This world is based on perception.
That's just a taboo word for me. Perception, because that's just somebody's opinion, and you know what they say about an opinion.
It does.
No, they let it run the world.
So let me give you my talk.
Okay, well, hey.
Okay. So the last question, and I've asked this many a times, but it changes. So I want to know from each of you, including yourself. What was your name? I'm sorry.
My name is Demetria.
Nice to meet you.
I call her Mimi. That's
Mimi.
That's
okay.
Mimi.
What do each of you know for sure right now? What do you know for sure in life?
What I know for sure right now? That I'm amazing.
All right.
That's what I know for sure right now.
Okay.
For sure right now, I know I'm in the stage where I'm not letting no one stop me from my dreams or from my goals.
I see your post too.
A lot of people have told me no, but when you're in that season of yes, you got to stay motivated, stay grinded. So turn your nose into yes.
Yeah.
I know that I'm evolving into the person that God wants me to be.
Does it take a lot of patience?
It takes a lot of patience. It takes confidence because I always wanted to wear my natural hair, but I didn't have enough confidence to do it.
Nice. Great.
And
I
I was more, my hair but relaxed, and I always wanted to do it. But I know God had to work on me so I can understand who I was and be confident with it. And when I went to take this weave out the last time, I said, you know what? I'm finally here that I'm able to do it. And then I just went and did it, and I love it. And I kept saying, I wish I would have done it, but I know I didn't have the confidence before. But he had to build that in me from the last time I was here to say, okay, I'm ready to do it now. So I know that I'm becoming who I need to be because I'm really comfortable with myself now.
And what about you?
Mimi's first.
Oh, Mimi. Oh.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I know that if you speak positive things and speak positive affirmations to yourself, positive things will happen. That's what I do daily. Positive vibes only.
Positive vibes.
Positive reality.
Positive reality.
Yes. Nikki, what do you know for sure, boo?
That I'm blessed and I don't even deserve it.
Ooh, yes. Whoa.
You do deserve it.
You're blessed in spite of, not because
right, and you deserve it.
All right.
Well, what I'm saying is I'm blessed even when I don't deserve it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That was
I think right now in this season, because you know how stressed I've been.
Yes.
I do realize now, and I think the reason I'm starting to have peace with certain things is that I realize that everything that God promised me is going to happen, but it's going to happen in His timing.
That's right.
Not mine. And that's given me so much peace once I finally believe that. So yeah, that's it. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Caprice, Paula B.
Yes,
Mimi.
I had fun.
Hope you guys enjoyed yourself.
We did. I had fun.
You had fun?
I had a blast.
All
I always have a blast.
So I want to thank all of y'all for coming back. Make sure that you tune in next week. We have another show coming out. We also have, I think, Donnell and Chris will be our co-hosts. And we have someone talking about, she talks about fun etiquette, which is really good, like how to break up with people on text. It's going to be like the proper way. I mean, she's been on.
There's a proper way to do that?
Yeah, she's been on Rachel Ray, Good Morning America, everything.
Things have changed.
She's going to be here. And then we have a lady coming on to talk about something about sex and relationships, but it's going to be really good. This whole summer series is going to be really light. I don't want anything heavy. Because this is summer. We're going to take the summer.
Sex and relationships?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk
Plenty of
about
that.
sex,
Yeah,
baby.
all that. Yeah.
The following week we have Embracing Your Singleness.
Embracing.
She's an
I don't want to do that too much, but yeah, we're going to talk about that.
And then we have the young lady from Married at First Sight.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh,
She'll
I
be
did
here.
watch that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have some good shows lined up all the way through. I think our last show would be July 26th for the summer series. So hopefully Derek will get you back in July to co-host for it. Okay. All right. So until next week, everybody be blessed. God bless you.
Woo! Good job.
That was.
Paula, it took me this whole show to remember your last name.
It did.
Beckett. Yep. The whole thing. Because you know somebody, but you know we get older. You can remember faces, but you can't remember names.
Yeah.
And when you said Paula B, I'm like, okay, I know her name. Paula Beckett. There you go, the whole show. But I got it.
Thank you for listening to Let's Face It with Will Strayhorn and Friends. Please be sure to visit us on the web and at Let's Face It Radio on Facebook for the latest in show information and exciting, innovating ways that you can be a part of the show. So tune in next week, same place, same time, for real people, real topics, real talk. Let's face it.